Hi there, this is AniBusiness with your friend Simeon. Happy New Year to all of us in this YouTube channel. You are all welcome to year 2022. This is my first video in this year 2022, and I feel before I go into the content I've fully prepared for all of us, I should quickly advise us on 8 things that will make us to make profit inside this catfish farming in this year. This year must not be like last year. So for all of us that have maybe lost interest, lost profit, and lost our capital, as well as all our energies and everything we have for the business, all our passion for the business, we are going to regain everything in this year when we follow up these 8 things I want to list for us in this video. I know some of us are still waiting for the part 3 of the online course. You all know that I haven't finished it. I have not been chance free. That is the reason why the video is not coming to you frequently, but I promise you are going to get the video as soon as possible. My name is Simeon O. James. If you want to reach out to me, you can dial the number you're seeing there, or you WhatsApp me through the same number. This is AniBusiness. All I'm basically all about is to help you grow on your farmland, teach you some things you need to know, some things you have to do to make more profit in this livestock farming. Remember, I deal with all livestock, but presently this is what I have to show you, and this is what I can easily talk about that you can understand me. When I have opportunity to bring other things to you, I will still bring it to your views and to your hearing in this same YouTube channel. If you haven't subscribed to my YouTube channel, please kindly subscribe to my YouTube channel and hit the notification bell to get notified when I start drop a new content for you. What is the first thing to do out of the 8 things we have in this video? Number one, that is financial stability. I'm talking about the capital you have to start this business. You know, you cannot just jump into this business without having capital. When you have enough capital, then you will know how to mobilize, how to, program the fish business, how to rear, how to feed, how to buy feed, how to do this, how to set up this in this same catfish farming. So that is number one, financial stability. Your capital for this business must be very, very steady, and it must be much. Although the amount of capital you prepare depend on the amount of fish you want to stock. That is, the capital is equivalent to the amount of the fish you want to stock in your catfish farm. And let me slot this little advice that is very, very important under this number one too. A lot of us that are going into this catfish farming as new are making a huge mistake. Why? Some of us feel we have the money, so we can do as much as we want. We can stock as much as we want. I do say that the number of fish you have in your pond doesn't determine the amount of profit you are going to get in this catfish farming. If you have little amount of fish in your catfish, you can make a heavy amount of money, high amount of money when you crop them. That is when you keep them, you feed them, you treat them very, very well, you take care of them very, very well. You are going to make much amount of money compared to having much catfish inside your pond and there is no money to cater for them. So for that reason, I do advise the newly people, the novice that are going into this business, even if you have millions of money that you want to start like thousands of fish in this catfish farming, I will advise you start, maybe if you want to stock 10,000 or you want to stock something like 50,000, start with something like 5,000, 2,000, 3,000. By the time you get the hang of the first one and you make profit in it, you know you have enough money to start the business. This is what leads to the number one too. You have enough money to start the business already, so the money will be enough to do more than it should for the 3,000, the 5,000 pieces you stock inside your pond. So once you do it and you make profit, the next time you increase it to something like 7 or 8. Again, you increase to something like 10. That is how you make money in this catfish farming. You don't stock everything at once and go stranded on the way, and at the end of everything, you lose interest in this catfish farming because you have already lost your profit and everything. So don't make that mistake. That is number one for you. Financial stability, like the capital, it should be on a standard level. Number two, prepare all your ponds before you stock. If there is need for you to treat, you treat. If there is need for you to demod, to pack all the mud that is inside the pond, if you are using earthen pond, you demod. If there is need for you to wash your tarpaulin, your concrete tank, please do. If there is need for you to put formalin chemical, do. If there is need for you to put lime, do. If there is need for you to put salt, please kindly do before you stock your fish. All these things will help you neutralize whatever thing that is inside your pond before you stock your fish. So when you stock your fish, you won't get to have problem of my fish are dying every day, my fish are getting sick every day, my fish have this disease, they have this, they have that. So you won't be having that problem whenever time you stock your pond. So always prepare your pond before you stock your fish. That is number 2. Number 3, which will still take me back to number 1, do not overstock. And I just explained that. Now, a lot of us just like to overstock. For instance, the pond I'm having at my back can take highest. The maximum level it can take is just 4,000. That is the maximum. This is dry season, and I can only stock 2,500 or 2,000 during dry season, because in dry season, water will be going down. It will be going down little by little, except you have borehole to pump more water, or you have stream like I have it at the back of here. So before you stock maybe up to 3,000. The reason why I'm saying you limit the number of fish you are going to stock in dry season is because the water will be going down, and once the water is going down, the water won't be much on top of the fish you have in your pond. So from there, the space they have with the level of the water, with the space they have inside the water, will be choking them. From there, your water will be getting black, so it will be getting dirty. From there, and the water won't be conducive for your fish anymore. So from there, your fish will be dying. So let's put all these things into places before we stock our fish, so you don't overstock. When it is rainy season, if you are stocking 3,000 during rainy season, in dry season you stock something like 1,500 or 2,000, just to avoid any error. Please don't forget all these things. If we really want to make money in this business, this is the right thing to do. I know we might have listened to a lot of information on YouTube or watch a lot of YouTubers. Most of us just want to make videos and trend and do this and make money, so that's all. But me, I'm concerned about your own profit and your interest in this catfish farming. So that's why I keep on telling you, don't forget, please subscribe to this YouTube channel so that you can have more of this video. Number 4, use quality feed. Even though they are expensive, use quality feed. We have quality feed such as coupons. If you find the original one, I don't advise people buying coupons all the time. If you find the original one, if you have a place where you're getting the original ones, because there are bogus one, fake one outside. So if you find a place to buy original one, please buy coupons. Coupons is expensive and they are quality feed. Buy skirting. Skirting too is second to coupons. These ones doesn't, I don't think there is fake one outside, so it is very, very expensive, and they are very, very good for your fish. They boost your fish to grow well, especially if you have your fish at a younger level, maybe as fingerlings or post fingerlings or juvenile. You can give them like something like 1.8 of the skirting to boost them up, you understand, or 1 mm, the one you can afford at their own level. You buy it, you give it to them, so they will help you boost your fish very well before you change to other feed. And number 3, we have the one Al Aqua. Al Aqua too is expensive, and they are very, very good feed. Also, we have the one of Blue Crown. So Blue Crown too are very, very good. Then before we talk about all these Vitalis, Aqualis, and EcoFloat, Blue Crown, and Omega. So we have lots of them like that, on and on. So use quality feed even though they are expensive. This will help you to make money. You don't manage what you, that is why I said you have to be financially stable. You can see all those things enter into each other. So use quality feed even though they are expensive. Number 5, change water frequently. If you are using tarpaulin, if you are using concrete, or you are using the earthen pond, there is a way you refresh. If your earthen pond is close to the river, this one is very cheap. So you just run your inlet, you run your outlet, you refresh the water. And if it is need for you to use the pumping machine to pump your water out and pump in from the reservoir into the pond to refresh, it is still part of it. And if yours is concrete, you are going to use your borehole, so you refresh the water, you change the water. If it is tarpaulin, the same thing apply to tarpaulin. You change the water, so you do it frequently so that your fish will be in good health. Also, one thing you don't know is fish like water that are new, water that are fresh. So from there, they are going to grow and do very, very well for you. And also, they will be disease free. If there is any disease inside the old water, you would have already flush everything out. So that is just it. You change the water frequently, you change it at all time. Number 6, you feed adequately. Feed adequately, feed normal, feed very, very well. If there is need for them to eat 3 times in a day when they were young, give them. If there is need for them to eat twice in a day when they are getting older, give them, let them eat. If there is need for them to eat once in a day please be frequent. Let them eat at the specific time they used to eat. Not that you'll be changing their time, not that you'll be starving them. Let them eat. Not that they will eat today, they won't eat tomorrow. Although if your fish do not eat for a day, it doesn't change anything and it doesn't reduce anything from their body. In that area, some factors can occur. Maybe you do not get feed from the store, or maybe your feed finish and the place you are going to get the feed is a bit far, or maybe you are not around and there's no one to help you get the feed, or maybe your suppliers are not available or they are not bringing the feed on time, or maybe your vehicle. So some factors, a lot of things apply when our fish do not eat in a single day. So there are some reasons, I understand that. So a day do not spoil anything when it comes to starving your fish for a day. It doesn't change anything and it doesn't spoil anything, but make sure they eat the second day. And for those of us who do call me to ask how many times your fish you eat in a day, you can maybe matured one. So if they are young, when they are young, babies, when you have your babies as a child, as a mother or as a father, when you have your baby, they are going to eat maybe 3, 4, 5 times in a day when they are young. They are not eating much, so they will need food to grow, to boost. So when they are young, you give them 4 times in a day, maybe at a fingerlings level. Or if they are post fingerlings, you can give them 3 times in a day. Also, if they are juvenile, they should take food 3 times in a day. So give them in the morning, maybe something like let me say 6 or 7 in the morning, you give them 12 in the afternoon, and you give them 6 or 5 in the evening as well. So when they are getting matured, like they are getting to all the smoking level, they are weighing up to 500 grams, you understand, you can change it to twice in a day. So they eat in the morning between that 7 to 8, and in the evening between that 5 to 6 they will eat. And also when they are matured, should you still give them twice in a day? Now let me explain this thing to all of us that do not understand. If you give them twice in a day, like most of our YouTube subscribers that do explain to you, they might not explain it up to this level. They will tell you to to cut the cost of feed, to reduce how much your fish eat in a day. You have to give them feed once in a day when they are matured. But now let me explain this thing you don't understand to you. If you give them twice, it is the same as giving them 1 time in a day. Now, this is the explanation. If they are taking 10 kilo in a day, you have your fish in your pond, and those number of fish are taking 10 kg in a day. In the morning, they may take 5 kg or 6, 7 kg in the morning. In the evening, they will take 3 kg. You are getting my point? Now, if you not give them once, that is twice in a day. If you not give them once in a day, this is how it goes. They will consume that food until they eat 10 kg. So which means it is the same as giving them twice in a day and the same as giving them once in a day. So everything is the same. If you are going to give them feed once in a day, then you will make sure they eat to their satisfaction. They are going to consume what they should eat twice in a day at the same time on the same spot. So don't make that mistake. Let your fish eat very well. That is that about that. Number 7, I know most of us don't really have patience up to this level, but stock up to 5 months and see the difference. But if you are stocking yours up to 4 months and you are getting results in such a way that you are getting 1 kg, 1.2 to 1.5 kg in a month, and it's working for you at 4 months, it is very, very good. And if it is not working for you, please stock to 5 months. Stock to 5 months and you'll see a better result. This is not advisable to everyone, like I said, but it is more profitable when your fish grow much older and have much weight. Number 8, which is the last one, you treat when it's necessary for you to treat. When your fish have disease, you treat. When your fish doesn't have disease, you free them. So when they're having any problem, any sickness, you treat. But first of all, you should think of salt as your first aid stuff. When you are having your fish, maybe they are hanging, they are doing anything, at least you first of all use little salt. I don't know the volume of your water and I don't know how big your pond is. Sometimes I ask about the volume of the water and the size of the water before I give them the right measurements. But if you talk to me, I can tell you. But there is no how I can tell you on YouTube that use this thing for so this thing until I know the size of your own pond. So for instance, all our mothers and all our wives at home that cook, most of them don't weigh the salt they use for the soup or the food they cook. All they do is use eye gauge for the food. So you can do the same thing. You can do likewise. You use eye gauge. So you take little salt and you sprinkle it on top of the water. Then before you think of other medicine, other medication you can use if the salt do not cure. But at first, that salt will help you neutralize whatever thing that is fighting your fish in the pond. At least they will have a little chance to breathe before you bring them whatever things that will treat them, like medications or anything that will treat them. So that is that about the 8 things you need to know or you need to put into practice to make money in catfish farming in this year 2022. Don't forget, if you like this video, please don't forget to hit the like button, and also don't forget to share, and also don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. I am Simeon O. James, your youngest fish farmer in Nigeria. So thank you for watching the video. I appreciate it.